Hello there, internet bikers. Welcome to this pre-EICMA video. This is our rundown of what we expect to do in EICMA because we're going to EICMA. EICMA, for those of you who don't know, is the largest motorcycle fair, trade show in the world. It is the most important one because this is where all the largest brands from Europe, from America, from Japan, from Asia, they come in and they present all of their latest and greatest motorcycle models as well as technology in general. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you one video per motorcycle stand or per brand. That means I'm gonna go through each one of the brands, show everything that's there, post the video, and move on to the next one, post that video. That's what we're gonna see. That's what you should expect from this channel for the following week. It's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of fun. As a whole, what do we see? Usually new motorcycles. This year, I believe that the biggest amount of new motorcycles will come from KTM. They have already presented a few of them. The design language is a little bit different. The front lights or the headlight style, a little bit less alien, a little bit more robot, I think, with a hexagonal design. And so it's going to be a lot of motorcycles of that type. Another brand that always shows a lot of new motorcycles, of course, is the home brand Ducati. It's Italy. EICMA is in Milan, Italy. So Ducati is big stand, big show. And we're going to see changes or updates in the Scrambler lineup and probably in the Multistrada lines because those lines are very big and they always have something new here or there. The other thing that has been rumored out there is that there's going to be a new Desert Sled. It's coming back. It's a very popular motorcycle that has been out of their lineup for a couple of years now. That's probably coming back. So there's a lot of that going on in Ducati. Another brand that I personally like a lot is Royal Enfield from India. They will have at least one confirmed motorcycle, which is the Bear 650, which is like the Interceptor, a little bit more scrambler type. And the other one that many people are expecting, even though it is not fully confirmed, is the Flying Flea, which is going to be their first electric motorcycle. Hopefully that holds true. Another brand that is going to come out with what is a very awaited motorcycle is the CF Moto MTX. I believe we already saw the 450 and the MT800s several years back or even last year. So that design language, those types of motorcycles have become very popular. CF Moto is doing pretty well with those motorcycles. So the MTX probably coming up. Then we have Triumph, the British brand, which I also like a lot. And they are gonna have, at the very least, the Tiger Sport 800. That's a new motorcycle already officially presented by the brand. That's going to be in EICMA, the first time that we get to see it live. And then it's going to be very likely that Triumph is going to show a new 400. There has been rumors that a new Thruxton or even a new Tiger 400 is going to come out. We'll see. Hopefully it does happen. Yeah, nothing is official as of yet. But we will also get to see a few of the new Bonnevilles. Nothing major. But yeah, the motorcycles keep improving a little bit year by year. So we'll see those. And then, at least for me, I know it's been out for a little bit already. It's the Husqvarna Svartpillen 801. I haven't seen that bike live yet, so it's going to be interesting to see it. And then finally, one of the most recent new motorcycles that has been presented, which is the Yamaha R9. So we'll get to see that one live as well. And who knows if there's going to be a lot more coming from Yamaha and the rest of the Japanese brands. I know Kawasaki hasn't done a lot. I know that Suzuki stand for the past couple of years has been very active, very interesting. Not sure if that's going to happen again this year. I would think that Yamaha and Honda are going to probably be the ones that bring a lot more novelty this year instead. Now, speaking about novelty, the other thing is going to be the new technology. There's always new motorcycles, but a new technology or technology trends in general as another driving line in EICMA. This year, the biggest drive is, I believe, in automatic transmission motorcycles. That is new. The very first thing that came out has been the DCT from Honda, although that's been out for over 10 years now. but Honda had always been the only one. But starting from this year, all of a sudden, many of the major brands have decided that, yeah, this is going to stick and we're going to hop on that train. And so even Honda itself last year came out with a second automatic transmission type of technology, which is the e-clutch. And then this year we have the YAMT, which is the Yamaha automatic motorcycle transmission, or actually it's Yamaha automated manual transmission. Yeah, kind of strange, but yeah, that's what I think that's what it means. KTM and BMW will have their own. So we're going to get to see a lot of clutchless motorcycles, hopefully. I've always thought that the clutch levers shouldn't really exist. They were just technological limitations. I know many people are going to probably hate me for that comment, but I've always thought that if you really have good technology, you don't need clutch levers. You just point and accelerate, basically. So we'll see. That trend is coming. And it doesn't mean that that the clutch levers are going to completely disappear, but we are going to get a lot more of those types of motorcycles out on the roads as the years go by. So that's something that apparently is going to be here to stay. So we'll see how many of those models we get starting this year. Another technology trend that I think is interesting is the hybrid and electric motorcycles from Kawasaki. Ever since last year, they have been committed to presenting at least a couple new models every year with alternative technologies or alternative propulsions. So they have the EVs and the hybrids. We'll get to see if they bring something again this year. I would expect so because they have promised it themselves. So who knows? Maybe a hybrid Vulcan, something like that, might be on the cards. I'm spitballing here, but the thing is, I would expect something new on hybrid, either hybrid or electric from Kawasaki. And then there's another little bit of drawback from that area, which is electric motorcycles in general. I've been skimming through the exhibitor list, and I don't see all that movement from the motorcycles, from the electric motorcycle brands. Zero's still there. They will be at the show. But Energica, we know that that brand has actually filed for bankruptcy recently. So that's a big setback for this little piece of the motorcycle industry. So I will be on the lookout to see if I find anything out there worthwhile electric. That's also an interest of mine. But that won't be the greatest or the main focus, of course. That's just going to be a side focus. Hopefully I'll find something. And if not, hey, I mean, I guess at the very least, I'll know that it's not coming. Then we got the brands that are coming back. There are two really big brands that are coming back to EICMA after several years. First one is BMW. That is, I would say, the most famous European brand, certainly the most popular. And that one hadn't been in EICMA for a few years. They had been focusing more on online presentations of their new models. But this year they're in EICMA, so hopefully we'll get to see a few new models. At the very least, we'll get to see the R1300 RT with the automated transmission, so no clutch lever, at least. But yeah, so that's BMW. And then the other one is Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson, last time they were in EICMA was in 2019 when they presented the Pan America. And they haven't been back since. Of course, we had COVID in 2020, but they haven't been back until this year. Although, since the American motorcycle schedule or presentation schedule works a little bit differently, we don't expect new models to be presented by Harley Davidson. Also, Harley Davidson doesn't make new models anymore. They just, do a little bit makeup on what they already have. And they don't care about bringing anything new per se. So I wouldn't hold my breath for that. But at the very least, they say that there's going to be an immersive experience in their stand. So I will make a video of that, show you guys the full immersive stand or whatever it is that they're doing, and you be the judge if it makes sense or not. At the very least, it should be different from all the others. Then there are the brands that we won't get to see. So to level set, all of this is what we'll see, but then from here on, a couple things that we will not get to see. The first one is Indian Motorcycle. That brand, I've never seen it in EICMA, and it won't be there this year either. And then the other ones are the heavy hitters from India. So Bajaj, TVS, and Hero, those brands, they don't come to EICMA, which is kind of strange. All of the Chinese brands do come to EICMA, even if they don't have a foothold in Europe really, they still show up. So it's strange that the Indian brands do not. But Bajaj is a little bit interesting. I would expect that at the very least they would show up, because starting from this year they will be selling their motorcycles in Spain. At the very least, two of their most popular models, so 125 and the 400 Dominar, they will start selling that in Spain and other places in Europe, hopefully. So I would be, and I say Spain because that's where I'm located, right? I live in Spain. But yeah, strange that we don't get to see Bajaj. And then finally, hopefully I'll get to do, at the very least, a couple of live presentations from the brands. Brands usually have, at least the biggest brands, not all of them, but the biggest, most famous brands usually have a live show presentation of their 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, new models that they have for the year. And yeah, I'll get to see that for the first time. Those happen on Tuesday, probably Wednesday. I'll catch a couple and post them and hey, see if people like them. So with that said, that's probably the rundown of what I expect to see in EICMA, what I'm most interested about from EICMA, and I'll give you guys one video per motorcycle brand, one video per stand, and at the very end of it all, I'll probably make a couple of compilation videos. So stay tuned, please subscribe if you haven't yet, and don't forget to like and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the notifications. So I'll see you this week. I'm gonna post a lot. Hasta luego.